Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and this is the kickoff to June's 30-day challenge, which for me is going to be all about arm strength and grip strength. Since the beginning of this year, I've been doing some strength training using the X3 bar and resistance band system. And the jury is still out on that. I think I've made some solid progress in terms of overall strength. I've definitely made some changes in terms of muscle mass. The reason the jury is still out is it's a pretty expensive piece of equipment, just for some bands and a bar, essentially. And I think it's going to take a little bit more time working with it before I can give any sort of a verdict on that. But that's what I've been doing in terms of strength training, and I will continue to do that. However, I'm going to put an additional focus on my arms and forearms and grip strength. And the reason for this is twofold. First off, as I mentioned in the summary video for May, I had recently watched the movie Free Solo about the climber Alex Honnold. And it's just, first off, it's kind of terrifying to watch, just that anybody would climb El Capitan without any sort of a rope or safety gear or anything like that. But what really amazed me is his functional strength, especially in terms of grip. And that's something that's always sort of been weak for me. So that's one reason. One reason I want to work that especially. The other reason, in terms of just overall arm strength, is I'm hoping maybe I can put on a little bit more size through the arms. It's a total ego thing. And yes, I know if I'm working compound exercises, I'm probably going to wind up fatiguing the smaller muscles in my arms before bigger muscles like chest and back. But yes, I fully confess it is a 100% ego thing, and it goes back all the way to high school. I remember when I was in wrestling, and when we'd have our weightlifting or strength training days, the coach would never let us do curls until the very end. That was dessert. And, he'd say curls for the girls. I don't know if they still say that in training, but anyhow, it would be neat to start stretching out the arms on some shirts. So that's the reason I'm going to do that. Now, to that end, I'm going to be trying out a number of different products, and I'll give you my feedback on them, whether I feel that they helped or not. I think I've mentioned before that I'm kind of a sucker for infomercials, and now in the social media days, the infomercials are like these quick little blurbs on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. And one of the products that I had seen was this. It's like an extensor, forearm extensor trainer. I don't know functionally what it does for you, but I think it might get the forearms kind of looking, nice and vascular and all that. Do not buy one of these through any sort of ad on Instagram. They are a fraction of the cost on Amazon. And I'll link to the products down in the description below. Don't consider the link an endorsement yet, because I just got it and I need to work with it. Also, what came with this were these little rings, which, for gripping, probably not going to do a lot for me. However, things like pinching, I can definitely feel that, right in through here. So we'll be working this as well. I also picked these up. These go around your barbell or dumbbells, and supposedly by making it a lot wider to hold on to, it's supposed to really work your arms quite a bit. And I'm assuming also, grip. Now, one of the things that I had wondered is, could I just go and get some 1-inch pipe insulation from Home Depot and use that for a fraction of the cost? Because you can get like 6 feet of that for $2 or $3. And I think this was $30. I tried that, and it's too squishy. I don't think I'm going to get anything out of that. So we'll be testing out the fat grips also. And then one of the things that I had bought, this was probably 20 years ago, I bought the Captains of Crush grippers. These things are industrial quality, and they make several different models. It starts at trainer, which is what this one is. Then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think at the time that I bought it, only 2 people had managed to close the level 5. It's an insane amount of strength that is required for that. I don't have the 5. I only have, I think I've got up to 4. Maybe I only have up to 3 now that I think about it. Anyhow, Earlier on, I tried out the level 1, and that was tough for me. So I think I'm going to be starting with the trainer. As I said, these are very, very industrial. The knurling on it is great. In fact, I think I'm probably going to need to give this one a wash. I don't know if that's like skin that's torn off my body that's now in the knurling, or if it's just, sweat and dirt, but we're going to have to give this a clean. So one of the good things about using all these different products is I'll be able to kind of fill up a month's worth of material here on a weekly basis, giving you my feedback. Do I feel that it's making any sort of a difference or not? Additionally, the biometrics that I'll be tracking. As always, I'll be looking at weight, I'll be looking at body fat, I'll be looking at muscle mass, but then I will also be looking at reps and resistance levels. Oh yeah, and I suppose I could get a tape measure and measure my arms as well. So let's do that first. All right, we'll start with forearms at the sort of fattest location. We're looking at 10 and 5/8 inches. 10 and 5/8, which in terms of millimeters looks to be somewhere like maybe 27 and a half. All right, here we go. Let's go to the gun show. All right, 14 inches or 36 centimeters. Did I say millimeters before? I meant centimeters. Anyhow, 14 inches. I don't think DeLauer is going to feel threatened at all. All right, let's see how many times I can close the trainer gripper. And to me, closing is a click. If I don't hear it click, it didn't count. So 2 so far. Okay, 26. Whew. 26 on the trainer. So I think maybe I could move up to the level 1. I feel like I'm very flush right now after doing that. That was pretty intense. So there you go. Now you know what I'm doing for this month, and you've got my baseline metrics. I want to hear what you're going to do. Is it going to be strength training? If so, what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? I'd be very curious to know. If it's something else, again, let me know down in the comments below. So that's going to be it for the kickoff video. I will say that one thing I am not looking for in terms of comments is anybody saying, well, you should be doing free weights, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that. I'm not looking for that. So if you're feeling compelled to give me strength training advice, I would say you can probably safely keep that to yourself. But if you've got ideas for future months' challenges, you can certainly feel free to let me know about that. I've had a couple people mention kettlebells, and that is definitely on my list. So kettlebells, you don't need to let me know because I'm already thinking about it. But that's it for this video. As always, thanks for watching.